Hello there. It is February 9th, 2025. Um, it's, I think, around 2:30 or something like that right now. It's got a weird feeling. I don't know what it is exactly, but I don't know. It's not very frequent that I'm just walking around at 2:30 ish, a little after on a Sunday. The weather's like this, but I don't know. Feels kind of nice. I mean, it's definitely chilly out here. I think the lows for the low temperature for today is something like 27 or 26, I would say. I don't know. The high is like 30, 38, 39, well, whatever it is. Well, regardless, right, so I'm just gonna get my gloves on here. My hands are gonna get cold for sure. All right, so let's see here. Hopefully that's a little better. Yeah, so the student philanthropy club that we have here at this school, which I'm part of, had a second meeting of the year, I believe. Because I think I missed the last one by accident. So feels nice. It's nice seeing the people. You know, I didn't really talk too much. I didn't really know what to say most of it, but you know, it's nice. Good food. We had I want to say general. Should I say general? What the fuck am I saying? General Tso's chicken, I think it was, or something like that. I don't know what restaurant it was, or if it was like prepared at the. It could have been prepared at the college here, for all I know. But regardless, it was good. So had chicken, rice, egg roll, green beans. Pretty simple, but I thought it was pretty good. And then some kind of, I want to say, mango pudding. I didn't really like it too much, but it was okay. Wasn't bad. Just not my personal preference. I don't really tend to have mango. I don't really tend to have as much fruity flavored, fruit flavored, well, I would say dessert, but I don't know if that's necessarily entirely true. Well, whatever. Anyways, it was okay. So yeah, we had that. Talked about some kind of Valentine's event they're doing here. I want to say this Thursday, I think, is Valentine's, or something like that. Anyways, Wednesday or Thursday, maybe Friday, I don't know. One of those few days. Some point later on this week, And yeah, since I missed the last meeting, I didn't get to sign up for tabling for that event or whatever, so I was just like, I do not know what you're talking about. I didn't even know there was an event on there. Like, you didn't even say anything about it, I think, on this app we use, but communicate between all the members of the club or whatever, but no biggie. I'm not concerned about it. And then we bagged up some candies and wrote some cards and Valentine's stuff for the tabling event, so people can have some nice stuff to read or eat. It's like, what would be like, what, I don't know why I say like, and read and eat. Like, they're not giving them like chocolate letters or It's not like rice paper. We don't really, at least I don't think. Not as far as I'm aware of. Haven't really used that here, or anywhere I've been, really, for that matter. I know it's a thing, I just, haven't noticed. I mean, probably just really, it's rice here. It just tastes like rice. Yeah, there's rice, a Valentine's Day food. I mean, I don't know if there's really necessarily a Valentine's Day food per se. I guess it's really just whatever the hell you want it to be. There's no, strict rule, oh, you can only eat rice. Or, oh, you can only eat sugary foods, on Valentine's Day, or certain other holidays. But nonetheless. So honestly, I have no clue what I'm going to do for Valentine's Day, since I'm not dating anyone. So I don't think I'm going to be home, unless circumstances significantly change in this week, what have you not. But so, and the reason I say being home is because sometime, I don't know, it's a few days ago or something like that, week ago, whatever it was, I made the joke of oh, for Valentine's Day, I'm going to, if I'm home, I'm just going to be like, oh, I love you, and then say that to my pets, my 2 cats and my 2 dogs. But whatever, doesn't really matter too much. Kind of comes to joke thing. Plus, they're animals, non-human animals. I don't know if they even understand what we're saying, but no, I think that they do, sort of. They just don't. They don't understand words in the same way we do, but they understand the meaning or the general idea, or something with the intonation or what. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. I'm not gonna be there anyways. So yeah, I don't know. And I haven't really been one for going out and buying stuff. So I'm kind of wondering do I I mean, I don't know. It could be a nice thing I do for myself, treat myself for getting through, more than half, half and a month or so, and, a week or two, whatever the number is, for getting all this way through my first year of college, and doing well. So I might buy I might just buy myself off of Amazon, a bag of candy or something, right? You gotta love yourself sometimes. You gotta treat yourself to some stuff. So I might do that. I don't know. We'll see. But anyhow, so as for over this weekend. So I'm actually not going to be, unfortunately, and I don't do this too frequently, but occasionally I actually don't end up releasing some videos at all. Not because of the actual content in them, but for a variety of other potential reasons. And so sadly, I will not be releasing the video that I did with my friend Yig from last week. Where we did where we speed ran the game together. It wasn't really a fast speed run. It was actually worse time than plenty of my other videos. But that wasn't really the only thing in that. So I don't know. Sometimes it's also just a thing of that. I also just want to make sure that with my videos that it's stuff that it's kind of fun and interesting. And I feel while I'm glad that me and my friend Yig did that together, I don't know. I guess I was just trying to clarify, I don't have to record every single Minecraft thing that I do. Which, I mean, I don't. I've played a lot outside of recording. recording it, but anyhow, so there's that. But I am working on the next. I've already got it recorded. I'm working on the next episode of the Minecraft Multiplayer Survival World series. So episode 4. The raw footage for that is quite long. So I'm not gonna guarantee that I'm gonna get it out at honestly a certain day this week. I'm not gonna lie, there's sometimes when I'm editing my videos now and I just see like how long the raw footage is, I kind of just want to be like, all right, not doing nope, not doing that, that's too long. Just because I'm getting a little tired, or I have other stuff I'd like to do, or really the main thing I feel like, all the other reasons are valid too, they're part of it, is it's like I have a lot of ideas of stuff I want to make videos of, but I can only film one video at a time. I can only do one thing at a time. And so I don't want to, slow myself too much on that, but I don't know. I mean, at the same time, I think it's probably a good thing, at least for myself, that I'm not trying to get necessarily quite as many videos out per week as I might have used to, even just a few weeks ago. Although I don't know, maybe I'm releasing a very similar amount, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just misremembering or miscounting or something like that. Anyways, yeah. If you've enjoyed this video so far and you want to see more stuff like it, you want to see more daily walk videos or Minecraft content than I do, or anything like that, feel free to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so that we can see new videos of mine when they get uploaded. So you can, always check those out. And of course, always feel free to leave a comment on anything if you have any questions or thoughts on anything. If not, that's fine too. But so anyways, as for today, let's see here. So I'm thinking, well, unfortunately, my one of my teachers posted an assignment that would have been really nice if you'd posted it yesterday, so I could have gotten it done then. Fortunately, did not. Although, to be fair, he was quite busy, so I'll say that. I'm not going to see what. I'm not really that upset about it. I just, kind of annoying, but it's fine. So I have this one assignment. Hopefully it won't take too long. I reckon it probably won't, but I guess we'll just have to see. I haven't opened it yet. I just came from the meeting, so. So yeah, I'll do that. I might. I don't know if I will or not. I might record more Minecraft or chess or ranking videos or something like that today, but I honestly do not know at this point. But yeah, so I don't know. Trying to think here. So, and I've said this before many times, but it does feel weird. There's like not as many people. It feels. I say as the 2 cars go by. Yeah, or I see someone walking up there. Okay, but it's. I don't know. Much quieter, more peaceful. I mean, it's not like it's not chaotic or violent or anything. More people here, but I don't know, kind of just feels better for myself, I suppose. I don't know. The weather's been kind of weird this week. It's like it was like nice. It was like pretty nice, and it was like a little cool. Not too bad. It's pretty nice for like 2 days, and then it was cloudy and a little chillier, and then it rained a lot, and then and it's back to this. And supposedly there was some kind of chance of snow, and I don't know if it was for this week or for next one or what, I forget. But anyhow, yeah, I still haven't seen anything yet on the Australia study abroad program. Although I haven't been checking it every day, so I'm thinking I'm probably gonna check it after I get back in the dorm here. I haven't checked it today yet. I mean, hopefully I see something on there, but who knows? It could take a good few weeks before I get any sort of notification back on any of that stuff. But oh yeah, so I mentioned the Valentine's Day thing earlier. So if anyone doesn't really mind sharing, I mean, if you do mind, then I guess don't share. But if you don't mind, do you have any like good Valentine's Day traditions, or I don't know, any foods you really like eating then, or something like that? I don't know. Yeah, because I'd just be kind of curious to know. As for myself, no, I'm not with anyone. I haven't really been with anyone. I guess unless you count like one time in elementary school. That's not really dating though. So if you're not counting that, then I have no dating experience. And we didn't even really date. We were just like, oh, we're together. We didn't really do much of anything. We're just like, the funny thing in like elementary school is like, you don't actually know, like, at least in my experience, and for some of my friends and my brother, it's just like, excuse me. It's like, I don't even really know what to do, in that time frame. I got time to do. There we go. Tighten it up a little bit. All right. Yeah. So it's like, I don't really know what to do. It's like, you just can be like, oh, let me hold hands, or let me just say I like you in front of the rest of the class or something. It's like, you don't really do anything. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe unless you're really good at convincing your parents to like let you hang out or something, but I don't know. Nonetheless, I mean, again, yeah. I mean, if you're like, well, yeah, I'm not with anyone. It feels a little sad because I see all these other people and they're with they're with someone, or like I have no idea if I will ever be with anyone, but whatever. Don't worry about it. I have greater things to be concerned with, and plus, I don't need to be with someone to have a good life. Although, it'd be nice. It's kind of like the way I think about, like, I didn't really never like jived necessarily with the idea of like you need to be with someone to like complete you. Like, okay, you might need some people in order to like help support you, especially if you're like special needs, or something like that, right? But besides that, or like, but perhaps with certain things, like you need assistance learning how to, do certain tasks or obtain certain skills, whether that be stuff like, with jobs, or with, preparing or filing taxes, or learning how to drive, or, or anything really. Any of that sort of practical, boring, real life, real world stuff that most adults have to do at some point, at least well, multiple times, to say the least. You know, right? It's like, okay, yeah, like I don't need to, be with someone else to do that. Like, I do think, right? Okay, so we do need connection. We do need to have other people around us. I think most people, I don't know, just kind of making a general claim, I guess. Can't really back it up per se, but, you'd probably go kind of crazy, or at least feel a little nuts, if you didn't have any social interaction. See, that's a different thing, though. Just having social interaction and, relating and, expressing yourself to other people and, doing pro-social behaviors and whatnot is a very different thing than like, oh, I need, XYZ specific person or persons, in my life in order to feel like I am full or complete or whatever the hell that means. I don't know. But, yeah, anyways. But, anyhow. So yeah, again, I don't know. I like the idea of doing one other, maybe daily walk video. I don't know, we'll see. Or maybe another ranking or chess game or, something like that could be kind of chill. Might be fun. I don't know. So anyways, yep, back at the dorm here. I think kind of going to get in. It's kind of cold out here, to say the least. But I don't know, it was nice. It felt nice. It often feels nice doing these daily walk videos. Getting to move my legs, get some fresh air, and get some stuff off my mind. It's not really, I don't know. I don't really have anything crazy going on anyways. Yeah, most of the time, no. I don't know, occasionally it's like, a big thing. Like, for example, the Australia program, I'm applying for that. And I'll still have to see, where that goes. Can hope it works out for myself. I don't know. But, sure. Yeah, I've heard a few people be like, make sure you do all the proper research. And don't worry about that. I'm well aware of that. I'll do my research on, all sorts of things, culture shocks, safety precautions, climate/weather, social norms, language differences, it's so on, right? I'll make sure to do plenty of research. Plus, I feel like I'm doing it anyways, so it doesn't even really matter if you tell me to or not, but I can be like, well, thanks for the reminder. Still gonna do it anyways, but appreciate it. Nonetheless, so I'm gonna get going in. And, yeah. So, hopefully you enjoyed this. I guess if you didn't, then dislike the video. Anyhow. And, I guess I'll see you in the next video.